Oh, well, let me do it this way. What's up, good people? Got another video. I'm just saying what I can see, doing what I can do, what I can do. I know a few things will work. I might not know how it works, but if I work it, it will work. It's just another episode of What's Your Name? WYN. And today, my friend, we're doing shoes. I do a lot of stuff, landscaping, home repair, inspirational messages, education, innovation, technology, parenting, dadding, whatever you want to call it. But I got some pretty cool kicks. You know, they look good from the naked eye. But when I got these guys, you kind of see that haze of dust or paint or polish or whatever it might be. But anyway, it's in here, 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 and here. And it's on the other shoe. Here, 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 and here, and back here. So it kind of ticked me out because they're some nice shoes, and I just wish the guy would have been honest with me and communicated the condition. I still would have gotten them, but the fact that he didn't disclose that information, yeah, doesn't sit too well with me. But I got him. The most I could do was leave him a bad review. And today we're going to see if we can restore. So I got a little secret sauce over here. I ain't going to tell you what it is. If you comment below, I might let you know. But, you know, if this don't work, I'm going to send them to my guy, Dub C. Hooks. Shout out to you. Because he the man that does the stuff that I'm not able to do. So, I'm going to do a small, careful application and trying not to fade the suede. Don't want to fade the suede. But it seems as though it's working. It may or may not work. It might just be because it's wet. I'm just going to do it carefully and see if I can remove this polish or paint or whatever it is this guy was doing. Just know that I did it with a Q-tip. That's as much as I let you know. But like I said, comment below or subscribe, and I will let you know what I used. Maybe. To clean these shoes. Got a little dirt, grit, grime on my Q-tip. So it might be working out just fine. The dirt, grit, grime might working out fine. Comment below. I'll let you know. We gonna see what it's about to be. But I do see that you just gotta carefully apply. Just carefully apply. And either way it turns out, I'm stepping out on these. So depending on the amount that I may remove will depend on how often I wear these. Because I got some more penny. More pennies on the way. I got some already here too. I got 2 pennies. 2 pair of pennies. Go WYN. Roll in, roll out. See what else we can do about. So that's one. Feel like I made some progress, I ain't even worried about that. It's an improvement. I just gotta let it dry completely. Oh, I almost forgot about this spot right here. Man, had my shoe looking dusty. Had them looking ashy, man. Like, come on now, dude. You can do better than that. What he did to you, Lord, man. But I was kind of perturbed. All that dirt and grime coming off that suede, man. Glad I brought enough Q-tips. Like I say, I'm out here in the shop, man, in the lab, getting at it. Do a lot of stuff out here, man. Oh, I don't even know if I mentioned I do gardening. Farming, landscape. Education is my primary role. Well, being a loving and devoted father and husband, or being a loving and devoted husband and father, family guy. It's my primary role. Then, you know, I do business. Business is my business, and business is my hobby. So I do some business. Try and explore all options and avenues. And I would love to work with you. If we can collaborate on something, that would be cool too. I don't know if I don't know. I'm an English major, you know. You hear how the words flow. That's just the way it may go. That's just how I'm speaking. Although it may, yeah, it comes out in rhymes, but that's how it is from time to time. I hope I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording. One time I made that mistake. Had completed a whole job and was like, I didn't press play. But that's looking better. But yeah, leave a comment or post a question below at the end of this video. And I'll see if we can come to the conclusion of what did I use to restore the shoes? What did I use to remove the suede from the shoes? Now I will tell you that these areas seem to have dried, but it is not completely clear, free and clear of the dirt. You may not even be able to tell that, but I can tell it over here on my end. See that? But it is an improvement. It is not as noticeable as originally received. So I'm gonna let this one dry. I'm gonna try out this other guy. But I definitely don't want to go in too harshly because I can fade the suede with the liquid that is being used. But you can see that straight up, straight out. Now, see how much we can remove. But this is my small project for today because I don't know if this will go either way. Well, the other one may go either way as well, but I feel like I got a better chance at, have a better success opportunity with my next task. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. On a previous episode of WYN, I know I talked about life and growing up and where I grew up at. Some of the experiences I've had. I don't even know where I left off. I know I left off talking about my childhood and whatnot. So, you know, about where I left off, I should say. But, you know, grew up in a circle, had a bunch of friends and all of that, and we would just get out and have fun. I mean, get out and have fun. The backyard, the block, the circle, the driveway. Indoors, outdoors, next door. My house, your house. That's what it was all about. But we lived in that house for a while. I learned some things. And I realized some things now that I didn't realize then. But that's the way it goes as you grow and mature. I realized how choices can shape your life. How decisions have consequences. And through my actions, that can really dictate and determine my future, as well as the actions of others, because sometimes the choices that your parents made or your friends made or that your siblings or family members make can really have a lasting impact on you, whether it's negative or positive. But hopefully, I urge all of us to learn, realize, recognize, and acknowledge, and be aware, man, because it's crazy out here. I never would have thought some of the things that are going on today would be going on today, and it would be really a debate about things that people are currently in an uproar about. It's an ongoing battle, man. It's not just like a battlefield of a battle. An ideal battlefield, put it that way. Because it's a mental battlefield, it's a spiritual battlefield, it's an emotional battlefield, it's a competitive battlefield that we all face at some time or another in our lives. So you have to be mindful and be wise that you only have one body, one life, one brain, one heart, a pair of eyes that work together, a pair of hands, set of hands, set of arms and elbows and legs and knees, joints and ligaments, but all of that encompasses that one body. And in order to be something or somebody, you better take care of that body. Everybody has different gifts. Everybody has different strengths. Everyone has different weaknesses. We got to be aware, and we must be able to adapt. We must know our limitations. We must know our vices. One of the things that I think has helped me along the way is just having an open mindset, but also a understanding mindset. One that acknowledges things as they are and see how things work. And once again, if you know what works, you got an idea about how it works, but you may not know exactly the extent of how it works. You can work through it as long as you work at it. Don't let these people get you confused and mixed up. They can misconstrue the message and have you in a mess. Sometimes that message can get messy. So consider the source. Consider your surroundings, your environment. Consider their perspective. So that's all about being aware, man. And one thing that I feel like has helped me to be aware, and I know I ain't perfect. I ain't trying to, nah. This ain't what this is. I just know that reading, understanding, and comprehending helps you sharpen my awareness for reading and understanding situations, environments, people, uh, time. You kind of have to read between the lines, look ahead, forecast, analyze, do things of that nature in order to understand how things play out. Look at what happened before, see what happened now, see how something is a recycled story or a reused story from times ago, and see how it was applied, and see how they're trying to just put a little slight twist on for these times. Still see it a little bit. I hadn't done it again. I'm gonna go over it once more, then after that I'm done because I don't want to fade the suede. But this one is still drying, and what I'm using doesn't take long to dry. But I got some dirty cotton swabs. Yeah, I just tell you that. Still working on it. See how that turns out. But we're gonna see if it stays that way once it dries. And for all I know, this guy may have done this, and that's why it's as light as it is. So I may have to go in another direction and try to redarken. See if I can get it up to the light. See, that turned out pretty good. Not as noticeable as it was. I mean, it like it was just a white streak around the 1 cent sign. So I'm content with how that one turned out. You see here, still got a little gray or what have you, graying. So I'm gonna go over this one more time, then I'm gonna stop. And that's where I'm gonna stop on this particular shoot in this show. But I will continue with my next coming up next. Stay tuned. Task. Alright, so we're gonna let that one dry. We're gonna move on to what we have next on the agenda. Coming to the camera. Let me put this up. got some J's, got some 6s. And what we doing with these guys, you guessed it, we gonna re-ice these soles. Gotta bring some life back to the ice. Now, I got these guys because they're gonna be a special pair for special wear. High school colors. You see, these are the Jordan 6s, the Gatorades. My high school colors are green and orange. So we got the green and the orange. Went to Hubman High School, Birmingham, Alabama. Shout out to you. Shout out to all the Vikings out there. So I felt like, you know what? I'll snag a pair, something that has a theme about themselves. And they're pretty clean, you know, other than icy. Now, this one, it's a little lighter here and here, but on the bottom we got some work to do. So first we got to clean these soles. But before I do that, I'm gonna switch it around and show you how it's going down. So what I've done here is I've created an ice box. I call it the ice box because this is what I was so in. This is what I've learned about re-icing the soles. You gotta have the right light and you gotta have the right box. Now you can buy a box that's already made, but this is a inexpensive way to create a box. I've seen people create the boxes with a tub such as that. They'll cut out that or that on the bottom, cut a hole in the top, and put the light on top of it. Now, what I have is a terrarium, aquarium, whatever you want to call it. This is a terrarium for reptiles, amphibians, etc. You may have an old aquarium. This lid comes off, and I can just put my light source right there, or I can remove this and have the light beam through the screen, because it's a screen on that side, and the light would be just fine, because if you had a reptile in here, you would just put the light on top of that. So you have the correct lighting, UV light, basically a grow light, and you can put that in. I got a light that I'm able to feed in, and it's gonna go in through there. But all I did was just line it with aluminum foil so you can have a reflective coating. And I'm just gonna clean out the soles, put them in, and let it do its thing. But this is a really inexpensive way to create. I thought my camera was gonna shield, but it didn't do that. But anyway, let me just keep it upright. Really inexpensive way to create a grow box. If you got an aquarium around there, that's even better, because you know the lid can come off, and yeah, you can do your thing. So that's what we're doing now. So that is a way to make a grow box. See, I told you I was gonna share something with you. That's the easy way to do it. Now, you leave a post or a comment below when I tell you what kind of light to get. But now we got to clean the soles and then bring it back to put them in the box and let them do their thing. And that's going to be part one, because it's going to take several hours for the shoes to sit and the icing process to proceed. All right, so in a minute, I'll be back.